Hello, my name is Caroline and I make easy to digest technology videos. Today's video is about how to install and run OpenSearch locally in 3 steps. And the steps in this video are going to set up a 2-node OpenSearch cluster that run OpenSearch and OpenSearch dashboards. And those are kind of the corollary to Elasticsearch and Kibana. For more information on how those two are related, please check out my previous video. But the easiest way to set up OpenSearch locally is using Docker. So step number one is to install Docker Desktop. I'm going to put all of the links in the video description, but you'll just go to the Docker website and download Docker Desktop for whatever system that you have. Follow the instructions that they put there. It's pretty straightforward. But once you have that up and running, you'll see that engine running right in the bottom left corner here of Docker Desktop. That's what you need to have for step number one to be complete. Also, quick note, it worked out of the box for me and my Mac, but you may need to customize some of the resource allocation for your system. I have had to do this in the past. But if that is something you run into, just follow these directions here in this link, which I'll put again in the video notes. But that's step number one. Step number two is to set up your docker-compose YAML file and your environment variable with your password. So if you click on this link, this will take you to the repo where you can access the YAML files for different versions of OpenSearch, but I would recommend just using the latest one. This will always download, depending on when you see this video, this will download and set up OpenSearch using the most recent version available. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that file, and I'm going to open up my terminal here. I'm going to create 2 files. One for the Docker Compose content, which I just copied, and then one for the environment variable that I need to set up. You can get around setting up the environment variable by disabling the security plugin, but they don't recommend that. So I'm going to go through the steps of using the password, which is then what you'll use to log into OpenSearch dashboards. So in this Docker Compose YAML, I'm just pasting what I had copied from that repo. And just a couple things to highlight, you can see it's going to set up an OpenSearch node 1. It's going to set up OpenSearch node 2. And then it's going to make OpenSearch dashboards, which is kind of the GUI or like the UI that you interact with regarding OpenSearch. That's going to be available at port 5601. Okay, so I'm just going to save that. And then in my environment variable, I'm going to get this variable name here. And I'm going to copy and paste that here. And I have a password ready to go here off to the side. All right. So now that I have those 2 files saved, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. And then step number 3 is just running Docker Compose up. So this will probably, if this is the first time that you're running this command and setting up the container, this will probably take some time to kind of install everything. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward, and I'll be back when the container's up and running. All right, so now we can see that OpenSearch is up and running, and you will be able to access it at that port 5601. So I'm just going to open my browser back up and pull up 5601. The default username is admin, and then the password is going to be whatever you set in that environment file. So I'm going to just put in what I have saved, which I've already forgotten it. Okay. Okay, perfect. There we go. And then this is OpenSearch dashboards. So if we wanted to see what our cluster looks like, we could just navigate here to the menu, click on DevTools, and if we run this command, the allocation command, we could see that we have nodes 1 and 2 running. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.